Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Brave Namibia, where we celebrate both ordinary and extraordinary Namibians. Our first clip today takes us to Swakopmund, where Micheline Nawatise spoke to entrepreneur Sammy Joseph.
My name is Sammy. I'm originally from Swakop, born in Swakop in 1966. After my birth, say a few months, we moved to Walvis Bay with my parents, and that's where I school at the Dana in Narabal, Walvis Bay. And I was since then in school until 1982, and then I left for Okagarara. Where I studied as a boilermaker welder, and after my studies I went to the military, and I detained a rank as a corporal, as a signal instructor, and after that I went to Windhoek, and I worked as a boilermaker for a few months, and then I had to search for some other opportunities. So yes, my first job, what I got was at the South African Embassy as a maintenance handyman, and I worked there for 2 years. And after that, I got the opportunity to work at ONL company organization at Makuti Lodge as a maintenance manager. So yeah, and then I got familiar with the hospitality, and yes, it was quite interesting. And from Makuti Lodge, I moved to Skeleton Coast for also, I think, 1.5 years, and to experience the coast on that side, and not just in Swakop. And then I moved on from the one lodge to another, and my last lodge was, I end up at Okapuka Lodge as a food and beverage manager as well as duty manager. And then due to COVID, I lost my job at Okapuka. I got my 3 children. It's Elizabeth, Samilin and Cherry. And yeah, they are actually based in Windhoek. And then, of course, due to my circumstances, work-wise, I had to move back to, that's after maybe 29 years. I have to move back to my home country, or my home city in Swakopmund, which I like. And then, yes, I was without a job. And I was thinking, what am I going to do to make a living? Because on my age of 56, it's difficult to get a job. So yeah, I was drinking and enjoying, and I think many good times went past, and I realized that on my age there's only one place, and that's to be with God. And so yeah, I joined the CRC church here in Swakopmund, and I got baptized. That's the 1st of January, the 15th of January, I think, I got baptized. And then I pray a lot about what I'm going to do, because as a boilermaker, you earn a lot of money, but the circumstances, the economic of our country was down, so it's not possible to get a job. So I finally prayed for a job, and I got an opportunity for two months only as a boilermaker to build a float. It's like a jetty for Angola. So in that 2 months time, I had to decide, okay, what are you going to do with this, with the income? So me and my girlfriend, my future wife, we decided to stay in a Kambashu, which was nice anyway. So it was only basically me and she, and I worked in Walvis Bay. And so I have to leave her alone here in Swakop with my sister. And yeah, after the 2 months, in between, I decided, okay, what am I going to do sufficient, something that I can create or build or something which is sufficient for Swakop, the weather and so forth, and some product which can last long, something that some other people don't do in Africa, in the whole Africa. So yeah, and I was sitting one night, and I love fishing. I love fishing, and if I could now go to fish, yeah, I would have. So yeah, I take one of my molds. It was a plastic PVC pipe. So I took that pipe, and I saw the familiar product made in Mexico. So I start carving out this pipe and try to make a small bird. And then eventually it looks like a bird, but it looks also like a dog. So I have to switch here and bend here a bit and that. And I found an email address from a guy. He's staying in Oklahoma. I found an email address, and he was one of the guys who's also doing this product abroad. So yeah, he said to me, he asked me, okay, right, send me the product that you made so that I can maybe assist you. So I sent him this bird, and it was a big joke, but he said, Sammy, you are creative, because the way you did it, and the way I saw it. So what I can insist you doing is like making now for this small little bird a father and a mother, a bigger one. So I made the other two. Okay, obviously the last one was better. So I sent those three, and I spray painted, and I do it nice, and I take a picture and I send it to him. And he shows me some thumbs up, and he said, Sammy, I will take you through the whole the program. And then he said to me, okay, Sammy, you must buy a little bit of this tools. It doesn't cost much, a little bit of that and that. And that's how I started. And so, yeah, I used that money that I earned from the boiler making contract what I had in Walvis Bay. And yes, I bought a few pipes, and of course, yes, yeah, I'm sitting today and I'm proud. I had a lot of tourists coming to my place, and my product is not being seen in Namibia, not even in one shop. And I'm lucky that I have started this shop. I got an opportunity from Mr. Gerard van Namibia here in Swakopmund. He gave me this place, and this place is central. But I also cater for my people, for my fellow Namibian friends and family, and the whole Namibia. So yeah, I am sitting now. I've opened the shop now, I think 3 weeks ago, and I was selling my products on the street, which the public was very supportive, and I really appreciate that out of my heart, and I'm really grateful for that. So I started at my first stall was at Strandhotel, which Odaber and List was introducing to me. And then yeah, it didn't go well, but it was the first time, the first day. So after that, I got more opportunities and emails coming in. So people saw my stuff and they were very interested in it. And so I got more markets like fruit lovers market and Little Food, the garden place. So yeah, and then also the snake park at the Green Gardens. Even Walvis Bay invited me to their Atlas rugby stadium once. And yes, this thing just burned. It flows, and God is good for me. And luckily for me, as a Christian, it's not just about selling my product. It's about also meet other people and talk a little bit about God. And I mean, as I'm sitting here today and telling you people that it's not because of what I know and what I can do. It's everything. It's everything God. He gave me the talent, but He's in charge. So yeah, anybody you will later on a later stage see and hear where my place are. If you need any prayers, or you just want to come by and just talk to me a little bit about God, and you're more than welcome. It's not about only my products, but otherwise in future I think we will work nice together. And I also plan, I already did a few how do you call it, a few sponsors. There was, for instance, one school now a week ago. there was a school that needed some sponsors for their that was a choir night, and they had a competition for the first prize, second prize. So yeah, I also give to the school 2 of my birds for the categories 1 and 2. So yeah, the kids can also, because they were from 8 years and 12 to 15. So I choose one of my cartoons, the Road Runner. One was that, and the other one a little bit. It's full of butterflies design, but you can put a candle inside. So that's more for up to 15 years. And also, Kanal Seva approached me also to, if there's a possibility that I can also give also a sponsor for the Cancer Association. And of course, yes, my family, okay, but I cut it off. My family also, most of them, they died of cancer and on the old age. And I feel like, not because of them, there's a lot of other people in which we can help with a little bit of input. So yeah, last week, I called them to come and pick up one of my big birds. It was like 1,200, the value. But without thinking, I just gave it to them. And yes, of course, I used the opportunity. All right. First of all, this is a PVC plastic pipe, which we use normally for water and sewage, and you get the different sizes. You get like from the 50, 75 and upwards, 110s. Okay, so what I'm basically doing is I have to make a drawing first. I have to, if you do this, you have to be creative. You must know how to draw something. You must know, you must see things in 3 dimension. You must see it, and you must have a little bit of engineering background. So in other words, if you like drawing an elephant and you want the sunset at the back, so you have to see it, the distance and whatever. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this pipe, and now first of all I do the drawing, and then after I draw it, I'll double check it for any wrongdoings on the, and when I'm finished with that and I'm happy, then I draw it on the pipe. Okay, so if I draw it on the pipe, it's not like the real macaw. I don't draw it like this. If I draw it, it comes out like this. This is how it looks. So after you have this product, then you have to use a heat gun or hot water or any substance that can heat something. Plastic can heat very quickly. Then you have to start bed all the shapes with your hand. You don't need a mold. You cannot use a mold because this plastic getting hard very quickly. So it must be very fast. And then you must know which side you must bend first. Otherwise you get mixed up. So okay, from there, then you got this. Then the oki looks like this. So all right, this is how it looks. It's bent. Finished. Now you start with your own decision how you see it, because I'm lucky. I was working for 29 years on lodges, so I know how the birds look. I know how the animals look, and more or less. So yeah, now I start painting it. When I start painting it, okay, right, and I see, okay, right, what can I do now? Maybe I want to do a funny thing, so not just serious stuff. So okay, like for instance, then I make this one, which is stuck in a pipe, and kiddies like it. I made this one stuck in a pipe, and this is almost done. And then I made the real one. This is how your meerkat looks. And then of course afterwards, then to make a little bit of decoration, and this is where they come from. This is where they normally stay. And then of course, if you see this duck with a bottle, so some people don't just buy an item. The item, what's best for your selling is that the item must have a purpose. So because people are buying something and then they like it for 2 weeks or a month, and then it's gone. Then they go buy something else. But now I'm selling them the duck, which has the purpose of carrying the wine bottle. So they will always use it. It's the same like my light bulbs. I will show you just now the light bulbs. I have made them before, and it was just a light bulb with a nice crafting thing on. But afterwards I decided, let's give it useful, and I put a watch inside, and a watch you need every second. So yeah, I will take you later on through all my products, and this is what it is. So yeah, in future I think if things is picking up, and especially now when the tourist is coming next month, it's going to be picked up. So yeah, I would like to the less how do you say it, the kiddies that they don't have much or go study or whatever, especially DRC. I would like to do the crafting finish, make the product finished before painting, and then I wanted to give it to them to paint it for me. It doesn't matter what color they paint it. I mean, it's craft and it's art. So yeah, I would like to give them the opportunity, and then from all of them I will choose a few of them just to come and work for me as soon as I get a workshop, and then I can start learning them how to do these things, because I mean, this thing must go on, and this is the first in Namibia. And yeah, that is it.
Next, we're in Windhoek, where Yolanda now caught up with George Omari, who shares more about his work with the daily Dissonance and why being involved in politics is so important.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined with George, and George likes politics.
And jokes.
And jokes. George, you are the creator and owner of the Facebook page, The Daily Dissonance.
Yes.
Can you quickly tell us more about that page?
Okay, so The Daily Dissonance uses political satire and social experiments to illustrate the imbalances that exist within Namibian society. So what we do is we take issues that are of public concern, such as corruption, gender-based violence, and issues of governance, and we add a little twist to it.
Exactly what are those twists?
Okay, so our last episode, we stood in town and we tried to raise funds for the fish rod legal fees. Obviously, this was a joke. This was more to see the normal Namibians' reaction. And we got an array of reactions. We got angry responses. Some people were willing to help. So it was quite interesting.
Hello, sir.
What is that, man?
We're raising money for the fish rod 6 for the lawyers. The lawyer fees are becoming too much for the guys, man.
There's already no money.
Huh? You don't want to help the guys?
They've eaten enough.
Huh? They what?
They've eaten enough.
They ate enough.
Yeah.
But it's 3 Christmases now where they didn't. Come on, guys.
They can stay there, man. It's okay.
Yes, man.
For what?
For the fish rod 6. For their lawyer fees. You know, they're saying that the fees are becoming too much. Really? Oh, thank you, man.
The fees are becoming too much?
No, they're saying the lawyer fees are becoming too much, man.
Hey. Okay. Is it now for the guys who are inside or just for the government?
For the guys who are inside.
For the guys who are inside. They need lawyers.
Yeah, no, they have lawyers, but the fees are, you know.
No, obviously, because you have to pay them. As the court is going, you have
yeah,
to
exactly.
pay.
You know, and then the only people who are smiling are the lawyers, man. So I just wanted to do my part to say I want to help the guys. And you did your part, my brother.
No problem.
Thank you, man.
Go.
Thank you. No, yeah, sorry, here you go. Thank you. It's just an experiment. Yes.
You must be ready for fish road.
Yes, for the lawyers.
For the lawyers?
Yeah, for the accused, yeah.
Why?
They need the help.
The old man they took, they need help.
Yeah, you know, It's
They
that's
didn't give it, they didn't spare. They did not even spare to the street kids. They eat alone. Why should we spare for them?
No, thank you, my brother. $10. It's just a joke. It's just an experiment. So you would actually help them. You too, to get bail. Nah, you have a good heart, sir. Man. Yeah, for the lawyers, man.
Do what?
So can you open?
Lawyer for what?
So that they can get bail, the lawyers must help them. You don't want to help?
We don't have money.
They must stay there, man.
Huh? They must what?
They must get out of the prison.
Yeah, I mean,
Are they innocent?
we don't know, but we don't know if they're guilty either. Huh?
I don't make
But the money they have, man. I
They
thought you
have
are
money.
raising money for people that believe.
Yeah, and even for
Those
our
guys
I mean, they also really need it. They really need it.
Those guys have 3 years.
Lawyers,
What lawyers?
for the fish rod.
Do what?
So that they're struggling with the lawyer fees. I mean, we just want to help them out a bit where we can.
Fish rod, huh?
Yeah. You don't want to help the guys?
Ah, you know.
Why?
They eat.
They ate. They didn't share.
They didn't say that.
Just here, raising awareness. Ah, come on, man. We're together. We're together. We're together.
We are together in what?
Yeah?
We are together in what?
Out.
So they can get out
Yes.
out of a prison.
Yes.
Over my dead body.
Why, sir?
They might just be there.
How long must they be there?
As long as it can take.
You don't feel that we can forgive them as a society?
No, they must be on trial first.
I think that guy threatened me. Said very dangerous.
So that they can do what?
So they can get out quicker.
Even if I was there, I would not give you.
You wouldn't give me? Why? This is for the accused.
It's for them.
Yes, for the lawyers.
Oh, it's for the lawyers helping the fish rod.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so on what case do you think that they are not they're not guilty of the charges?
Where do I begin? I mean, number one, innocent until proven guilty, right? They spent
Fair
3
enough.
Christmases in there.
Okay.
What's the one guy already got bail?
Okay.
I mean, it's not fair to the other guys now, is it? Right?
I think it's differ, but I tell you what, I'll give you a 50 on the count that if they are proven innocent, I'm happy for them.
Right.
But for everybody else's sake, I truly hope this thing gets solved as soon as
Right.
possible.
Because between me and you, everyone's a bit corrupt, right? Huh? Right?
I'm not going to agree to that though.
Thank you.
Have a nice day, no?
Thank you. Hello, wow. Sorry, sir. How are you? I'm fine. We're raising money for the Fish Rod Accused 6 to help with their lawyer fees so that they can come out sooner. There we have it. Mr. Swat Boy himself.
I'm gonna help you because my dad is also in prison and stuff.
Really? Wow. Okay. So how does that make you feel? Like, you feel that they've been in there for too long?
Yep.
Yeah?
I think that's all I have.
Thank you.
Okay.
Actually, I can't accept this. It's a social experiment.
Really?
It is, yes.
Really?
Yes, but you have such a good heart. Thank you.
My pleasure.
No.
So that they can come out.
You want them in?
Why?
Why not?
Oh, come on, sir. Maybe you can elaborate. So what are we trying to prove here today? We're trying to prove that even through this whole fish rod debacle, that there are some sympathizers and still some that are against. But either way, this is a discussion that needs to be had. Thank you for tuning in. Daily Dissonance.
Wow. And what are you currently working on?
Right now we're working on creating more content that is thought-provoking and that's going to create discourse. Mainly we want to look at issues of human rights violations and just the basic imbalances in our society.
Why is it so important for you to place a spotlight on these issues?
Okay, why I feel that it's my deontological duty to do this is because a lot of young people are not involved in politics and issues of governance enough, right? So I have a saying, either you're a part of politics or politics is happening to you, right? So we just wanted to get young people more involved in issues of governance so that they could be informed and make better decisions when it comes to leaders.
Do you think that there's a general shutdown when it comes to the youth voting and being active participants?
Yeah, no, we believe that there's a defeatist mindset. Like a lot of youth probably feel like, what's the point of voting? What can I really change with my 2 cents? But that's not the way to look at it. If everyone thought like that, I don't think anything would change in the world. So we want to get young people galvanized and more concerned about issues that concern them.
Why did you decide that this is the course that you want to go in? Why was politics for you so important?
Honestly, I've always been trying to figure out how can I help. Like they say, like what did John F. Kennedy say? He says, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. So I've always asked myself, like, what can I do for my country? And I thought that affecting issues of governance and policy making would be that for me.
What are some of the biggest issues that you think needs to be addressed in Namibia?
Okay, speaking as a youth, I would say issues of unemployment. The land issue is also quite a big issue that I don't think any politician really wants to touch. We have issues of minerals and jobs being exported. You know, we need to look at how we can add value to raw materials in an effort to create employment. Gender-based violence is also a very big issue, and also other gender inequalities. You look at gender wage gaps.
And together we have a much louder and stronger voice than one or two people fighting for these problems.
No, I totally agree with you. If you look at issues like the vote, right? I think the vote is spread so thinly because there's so many parties now, right? So a lot of these parties are arguing the same things. If you look at, for example, Landless People's Movement and AR, I think their mandate is the same thing. It's the land question. But them coming together, I don't foresee that.
Do you think we need one very strong opposition party? Everyone standing together against all the issues that you just mentioned?
First, I want to say that I'm apolitical, right? I don't support any party per se, but that would be a beautiful thing if we could have one strong opposition as opposed to having the vote being spread everywhere, right? Why is it good to have a multi-party state? It's good because people are now fighting for that position of governor or that position of minister. You know, you have to really prove that you're worth your weight.
Yeah.
In. If you know of someone you feel should feature on our show, please contact